Our hack squat progression will help you run late into your life pain-free, even if your knees feel wrecked right now. I first learned these from George Hackenschmidt, who created them and used them to be able to run late into his 80s pain-free. Because your knees are not the problem. The problem is that you've never built knee strength to be able to handle the demands of running. Here's how the form works. Keep the weight behind your back so you're staying forwards and the load stays on your legs where we want it. Then as you lower, you're raising your heel, activating your foot and your knees at the same time through this forward position. And you're keeping your chest upright so your feet and your knees have to fire together at the same time. And it's that forwards but upright position that puts your knee and your foot through the same position that you use when you run, so it translates to running exactly how you want it to. You'll notice that a traditional squat is just down and then up in a straight line. And in that normal squat, most people are pushing from the heels. And if you apply that logic to running, I don't even know how you would push off from your heels, but it wouldn't be natural at all. So instead, in these hack squats, we're leaning forwards and pushing from the toes just like we do when we run. But it is important to note that before going into these hack squats, we do have to restore two things: full knee bend and undoing the tightness at the bottom of your feet. And that's made possible by following the first 8 weeks in Unlock, where we restore knee bend by building up our VMO squats, and we restore the length in our feet by building up our foot stretch, so that by the time we get to the next 8 weeks of rebuild, we're ready to build up our hack squats. In rebuild, we're doing 3 sets of 10 reps in 3 minutes every Monday. And we do it in that every minute on the minute style because it builds our strength capacity, not just our raw strength, which just means that we want your knees to stay strong even when they're fatigued. So when you're doing a set every minute for a certain amount of minutes, we're fatigued and we're building strength in that fatigue. Because when we run, we never stop until the run's over to rest our knees. So we need to get used to using our knees when they're fatigued. And by not doing that is how most runners get injured. But again, if you have knee pain right now, then jumping into hack squats on day one is not a great idea. And I didn't even do that. We first spend 8 weeks in the unlock phase earning the ability to start training our hack squats, starting with VMO squats to restore that full knee bend, 2 sets of 25 reps twice a week, while undoing the tightness in our feet. Because if we're locked up here, then we won't even be able to access the foot position required to build strength out of the hack squats in the first place. 2 sets of a 60-second hold twice a week is what we do in Unlock. Think of it as investing time into unlocking 2 of your weakest links, undoing the tightness in your foot and reversing the damage in your knees, so that by the time we get to rebuild and your knees are healthier, we can actually own this position in the hack squat instead of just trying to replicate the movement and making our progress a lot slower. Which means that every rep that we do in these hack squats will make us more strong, more resilient, and more protected for running. So if your knees have been holding you back from being able to do the running that you want to do, you don't need to rest more, and you don't need to give up on running completely. You just need to rebuild them 1 weak link at a time. First, building up our hack squats, then maintaining them for life by following the direct route from Unlock to rebuild to targets. At this point, the route has helped hundreds of people regain the ability in their hack squats, fixing knee pain that lasted for years, and regaining the ability to run pain-free late into their 40s, 50s, and 60s plus.